Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I know I'm doing a lot of voiceover lately, and I am still in the process of editing this video right now as we speak. So this video may contain me on camera and where it may not, but I do appreciate everyone's patience in watching all of my videos. So in today's video, we are going to discuss what exactly a Ponzi scheme is and how it got its name. Okay, so let's take it back to the basics. What is a Ponzi scheme? It's a form of fraud, of course, as most of you know, and it lures investors and pays profits to earlier investors with funds from more recent investors. This scheme leads victims to believe that profits are coming from product sales or other means, and they remain unaware that other investors are the source of funds. So, how did Ponzi schemes get their name? Well, the schemes were named after Charles Ponzi. He duped thousands of New England residents into investing in a postage stamp speculation scheme back in the 1920s. At the time, when the annual interest rate for bank accounts was 5%, Ponzi promised investors that he could provide a 50% return in just 90 days. Ponzi initially bought a small number of international mail coupons in support of his scheme, but quickly switched to using incoming funds from new investors to pay returns to earlier investors. Researching this video, I quickly realized, and I should not be surprised, that there are so many similarities between Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, and of course, multi-level marketing companies. Charles Ponzi was born in 1882 on March the 3rd in Italy. November 15th, 1903, Charles arrived in Boston. After Charles arrived, he had many different jobs, legitimate jobs, but he always got in trouble for trying to cheat the customers and for stealing. And then in 1907, he moved to Canada and he worked for a bank, but it turns out the owner of the bank was also running a scam. So he got caught, and then so Charles was out of that job. Charles forged a check for $253.58, I believe. He got caught and he ended up going to prison for 3 years. After serving the 3 years, he came back to the United States, and then he got in trouble again for smuggling illegal immigrants from Italy across the border. So after he got caught, he went back to prison and he served another 2 years. So he got out, and he was out of trouble for a little while, and then he met a woman named Rose, and they eventually got married in 1918. So a little while went on, he was doing okay, and then that's when he started this huge Ponzi scam that I talked about earlier in the video. And it turned out to be notorious and so large that they even named scams after him, the Ponzi schemes. So, I mean, it had to be really huge. So with Ponzi schemes, most often they will hire lawyers or certified public accountants and other credible professionals. So this is where it kind of gets tricky, because they do have multi-level marketing companies that have hired credible professionals. At least they look to be credible. So they hire these people, and that is something to look for. Just because they hire a credible professional does not mean that this is legitimate. Another thing that looks really familiar is people who fall for these Ponzi schemes, they do it again. A lot of people who are in multi-level marketing companies, they leave and then they join another multi-level marketing company, and that just raised a huge red flag for me. And speaking of red flags, I'm going to go over a few of the red flags that you can look for, so you don't fall prey to this scheme or any other schemes. And again, these are not all of the red flags, but these are a few of the red flags. I'm going to go over 7. Red flag number 1 out of the 7 that I'm going to go over is an emphasis on recruiting. When they emphasize that you need to recruit people in order to make decent money, good money, that is definitely a red flag. Red flag number 2. Promise of above normal rate of return on investment in a short period of time. Looking at, let's say that someone purchases a starter kit and they're like, you're going to make that money back in no time. You can sell everything in the kit that you purchased and you're going to make your money back just by doing that. So that is red flag number 2. Red flag number 3, easy money or passive income. All you have to do is sit on your phone or ask a few people and you are going to make really easy money and you are not going to have to put in hardly any effort at all, and this will come to you. You will have great income, which is kind of ironic because people who don't make it, they tend to tell them, at least with multi-level marketing companies, that they did not work hard enough, yet they say it is so easy. Moving on to red flag number 4, no objectively profitable profit from retail sales. If you cannot make your income off of retail sales, but having other people join, that is another huge red flag. Red flag number 5, buy-in required. You should not have to spend any money in order to make money. You should not have to purchase anything. So, red flag number 5. A complex payment structure, red flag number 6. If you ask any company for the compensation plan and it is just, if you do this, you get up to this rank, that rank, then you have these people under you and you get 5% of whatever they get, and then whenever they recruit people, they get yada yada. It's a mess and very complex and very hard to understand. Another huge red flag, and this is red flag number 6. And finally, red flag number 7, no product or service that is of any real value. These are red flags for Ponzi schemes, but I'm just going to give an example of some crappy, let's just say mascara, and it's not worth the amount. That product is just a product because they have to have a product, and their main money stream is going to be on recruiting. So see if it's a good quality product, which I don't think any MLM or any Ponzi scheme or anything or any pyramid scheme is good. So I just want to put that out there. Well, for today, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and have a great day, everyone.